Will I sacrifice my well-being? Will I sacrifice my journey? Will I sacrifice my energy and time? Help them. The
Hi
answer
guys.
is welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Claudia and I make
So
self-improvement
first of all,
videos. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for everything. So I'm making this video because I believe that we should all be the best versions of ourselves. That is for yourself. It's not for anyone else. It's not to seek validation. It's not to seek approval. It's not to seek anything from anyone else. Everything that you need, everything that you seek is already within you. Something that I really believe that people need to know and remember whenever, wherever they are. So that's mainly what this video is about. And I'd like to emphasize that this video is not focused solely on how you look, but also how you feel from within. That everything you feel from within radiates more than we realize. And energy is so strong. Energy is so real. Like you can feel things from miles away. So how you feel inside, if you feel self-sufficient, if you feel happy, if you feel confident within, then that will instantly radiate outside. But if you're desperate, unhappy, you're seeking validation, you need attention and all those things, people will sense it from miles away, and that's never a good look, and no one should ever feel in that place, because that shows that someone feels lowly about themselves. And not only that, people also recognize, this person feels lowly about themselves. And unfortunately, these type of situations does attract low vibrational experiences, low vibrational connections, and so on. And I believe that if you wish to radiate confidence and be the ultimate and best version of yourself throughout this year or from now on, then it is important to take that into consideration. So first off, this is simple, basic, logical. Everyone says it, everyone knows it, we all know. Confidence, confidence, confidence. Confidence is everything. Everything you do, you have to be confident in it. And I'm not saying that you will just wake up one day and be like, oh, I've got all this together, I feel like this, I know I'm the shit, I'm not. No, it takes time to build. I've been able to build confidence has mainly been to remember like my strengths and qualities that I've got in myself. There's so many things that for me come naturally, but for other people it might take ages to realize, and they might never know that actually they need to acquire those skills because it's really beneficial, if you get me. And obviously every single person has their own strengths that makes them unique. So if you're able to see your strengths and identify, oh, okay, good, I'm really good at studying, or I'm really good at talking to people, or I really bring people's energy up, or I'm really positive. All those things are good qualities that you should be confident about. Everything that you watch online is really influential. All these things really, just give it time, it literally gets into your brain. Everything that you watch, everything that you see, everything that you digest, it's just a matter of time that it starts literally fixing inside your mind. And unfortunately, people don't really filter out what they actually digest, and they don't realize that they've digested certain things until it's too late, or until that becomes part of their reality, if that makes sense. So I'm very strict with what I watch, who I let give me advice. If I see someone and I know that where they are at is not where I aspire to be, then I would not watch it. If someone is sending certain messages online based off hate and or hatred, I don't watch it. And people feel certain ways because of the experiences that they've had. But that does not mean that I need to soak up whatever it is. You know what I mean? If they're negative, I don't want to soak up their negativity. We are all like sponges, and we just absorb everything, all the knowledge, both good and bad, from people around us. As children as well, think about it. As a child, if you're around certain people, both good and bad people, it's just a matter of time. You just soak up their mannerisms, you soak up how they speak, you take in how they act, and you start being like that. But you are a child, you're learning, and in this world we are always learners, and that's something that's worth taking into account. Make sure that I follow people that are confident in themselves. There's some people online that they radiate so much confidence, and that confidence is so contagious that it makes you be like, oh, I want to be like that. But they are confident about my insecurities, so why should I be not happy about who I am? Does it make sense? So I'm very selective in that. where I need you to remove it out of your brain. Being confident does not make you arrogant or cocky. If someone makes you feel like you're being conceited for feeling confident and being grateful of what God gave you, then that is their own issue. I need you to block their voices out and block their opinions out. Remember, these are just opinions and never facts. And things that you let into your mind will be reality because you allowed it to be reality. So be very selective. That is just them projecting. Confidence is not arrogance. Don't let anyone make you believe so. Everything you do never settle. Sometimes people might take this the wrong way, but I feel like you should never settle in your life with the opportunity, with your dream life, with your dream partner, anything, whatever that you feel that mostly resonates with you. Don't settle, ever. You have one lifetime that you're fully sure that you will live in, and this is up to you to make every best decision to make the most out of it and live your life to the fullest. If you coming into this earth and you are settling, I need you to pick yourself up and reevaluate your decisions. There's so much more to life, and in this world, there is so much abundance. This world is abundant. This world is abundant. Because of its abundance is the reason why you cannot settle. Anything that you seek, it is already existing. It is present. You just have to open your heart and open your mind and believe that this is actually true and I deserve it. About being confident, because I mentioned earlier, people are like, being confident, oh, you're going to be cocky, you're going to be conceited, you're going to be selfish. No, that is not. You can be confident and still be kind. But you still can do that and still have your boundaries, because there's no point in being confident if you can't say no. My life has changed drastically till I started taking my time with actually evaluating with who I let into my life. My life started feeling different when I started saying no, or saying, I don't really do that. That's not really me. And the earlier you just actually stand your ground on things, the better you'll be and the better you feel. That actually resonates confidence, because you don't need someone else's approval by doing things that don't align with you and then still feel bad because you pleased another person at your own expense. Every area of your life should be elevated. Like, everything does not have to be perfect. But remember, there's always space for improvement. And to achieve that, you need to work smarter and not harder. If you know that there's certain aspects of your life where maybe you are experiencing certain lack, then those are things that you need to maybe complement a tiny bit. And we are so lucky. We live in a generation where we have so many facilities, so many things that we can access. We've got AI, we've got everything. We've got anything. And just use this wisely. Don't spend too much time on planning and perfecting things so much that you never act on it. Sometime figure out the answers to your questions and start acting on it instantly. Because the downside we currently have in terms of having so much access and so much information is that unfortunately we do have information overload, which causes many people to procrastinate, because by the time we digest so much information, we don't even know where to act anymore. And especially because many people also give contradicting information. Like on TikTok, people can say, oh, invest in this, invest in that. And other people is like, oh, 5 reasons why you should not invest in this and invest in that. Then you're wondering, okay, who should I trust? Should I trust that TikToker or the other TikToker? Should I trust that video or the other video? Should I trust that site, that blog, and that writer? You know what I mean? So just don't excessively plan and don't excessively research. Make sure you find the answers to your questions. It does not have to take much. The more time you spend on actually acting than planning is better. And that's why I keep on saying, like, okay, work smarter, not harder. It does not have to be like a struggle. It's the process. You don't have to anticipate everything. One thing that I feel like not really said much is that in order to like level up your life or whatever, before getting there, you need to romanticize your life. You need to romanticize the step you're in now. Someone also said to work backwards. Let's say you have the ultimate version of yourself that you want to be. You have the ultimate life that you see yourself living. The way to get closer to that is actually to present yourself as that person already. Everything else will slowly start changing. But in the process of that as well, you need to love where you are and everything. I'm currently 19. I'm a uni student. So obviously, let's say that I just started my professional life. And there's so much more to learn and do. As it gets daunting, there's so many things that I need to do. There's so many things that I need to learn. And I need to show up even when I'm tired or when I don't understand things. And obviously, I have things outside of uni that I also need to do. But when I started romanticizing it and approaching things with a lot more enthusiasm, everything seems less daunting and less stressful. Even in the struggle, I still find beauty in it. You need to find beauty in the challenges, and you need to find beauty in pain. Because without the challenges, you can't reach better outcomes. And when you reach the better outcomes, you will still miss the times that you struggled to get there, reminiscing of the days that you did not have as much as you currently have now. The people you surround yourself with is crucial. They make or break your experience. And you should remember that the you need to separate things, right? There are your friends and there are your acquaintances. And you have people who you can have certain experiences with, and you can have different people who you can have other experiences with. The people who are good at studying, they're good at goal setting, meeting goals and stuff like that. But those people maybe might not be the best people when it comes to clubbing, partying, or whatever, and so on. I don't think you can find everything within one only person. You know what I mean? And that is unfair on you, and that is unfair on them. If you can build your friendships in a way that complements all of this, is important. I'm very, very vocal about acquaintances. Like, it's not everyone that needs to know your story. It's not everyone that needs to know much about you. And those are your acquaintances. Those are people that you see in the corridors and you're like, hi, how's your day been? I hope you've been good. Oh, do you have this and that? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just brief conversation. I mean, you can eventually bond with them, but it's not everyone that needs to know your story. You can be friendly to people, but you don't have to be vulnerable to the point that you overshare. I think it's very good to separate friendships and acquaintances. I've recently started going to the gym. This took me a while. Like, it took me a while. Like, it's been like 5 years before this that I've actually not really been serious about my health and fitness. Since I left Italy, my health and fitness has not been the same. It's not that I added weight or anything, but I was in a place where fitness was taken seriously, and here it's not as much. So I needed to take initiative. So now I have, and I think that that's something that you need to really take into account. Like, your health is currency, it's an investment in yourself. You will spend more time with yourself than you will with anyone else. You owe it to yourself to take care of yourself. You don't have to do the most, but just make sure that a reasonable amount of physical activity. Your diet is really crucial. What you ingest in your body really reflects outside. And literally, I've seen it on people who always eat fast foods and stuff like that. I've seen, like, let's say the skin, terrible, 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 because those foods don't give you the nutrients that you need, and it causes inflammatory responses on your body as well, because it's not that nutritious, not healthy. Your mental health is something that's really crucial, and we all say mental health, mental health, mental health, but you only realize how different your quality of life is when you actually start caring about your mental health. Pray, meditate, journal, talk to your loved ones. Don't hold everything inside. That it's okay for you to be vulnerable. It is okay for you to express yourself. Even though we talk so much about mental health, many people get shamed for being vulnerable. If you're someone who is perceived to be strong, if you have any moment of vulnerability or weakness, that is used against you. And it's more of like, how dare you feel like that? How dare you? Than actually understanding that even the strongest people have their moments of weakness. Even the people who carry themselves so well, regardless of the hard work, they still have their moments of vulnerability. Seen in many situations, and sometimes I've actually been in some situations that I'm like, damn, vulnerable is okay. There is beauty in pain and there is beauty in vulnerability. The most beautiful part of being humans is to feel. And unfortunately, the world we live in right now is so programmed, is so calculated that it does not give you that space to be as human as you should be. Don't stop being vulnerable. Please don't stop being human. Please don't stop being expressive. If you're a person who feels deeply, don't suppress that beauty and depth in you because of your surroundings or because of things are now. Of course, not everyone is deserving of seeing that vulnerable state of you, but I also don't think that you should suppress it, because in the end of the day, all these things also bottle up and later on lead to autoimmune diseases, and that is still painful. So I think it's still better to be vulnerable and maybe process your emotions. I think I want to dive deep a bit more in this topic or aspect that you are the prize. In this day and age, there is always rivalry and competition on who is the prize. Like, you are a woman. I don't care. You are a woman and you are the prize. It's on the Bible. There's so many ways. There's so many quotations. There's so many things that hint of women being valuable and the prize. If someone comes in your life and they treat you like you are not the prize, then they're not meant to be in your life. Points blank, period. Because you are the prize. If someone does not realize it, then that's a good sign, because that means that you know what direction to walk. So away, because that limits the risk of you being in low vibrational experiences, spending time in low vibrational connections. Don't take it as personal. People can only meet you where they've met themselves. They are not able to meet themselves as far as a certain point. Everyone grows up differently. Obviously, different experiences to who you are. And because of emotional immaturity and whatever, I personally don't resent people for that. Will I sacrifice my well-being? Will I sacrifice my journey? Will I sacrifice my energy and time to help them? The answer is no, because I feel like if someone wants to pull themselves up, the actions will show. But if someone is completely in a whole different universe or different headspace from yours, then that's when I'm like, I'm not gonna risk it, because you could hint certain things, but it's only up to that person to make the decision. Will I actually do this? Will I actually get better friendships? Like, you need to have people who are actually adding value. You both should be able to add value to each other. If you're in a friendship and this friend is not adding value into your life, if this person only contacts you on their terms, if this person only talks to you if they need something from you, those are not friendships. Those are just transactions, I guess. And I don't even know what that would be. And I believe that you deserve a lot better than something that's, I don't even know if I can say that, if that's surface level. Please, you deserve friendships and human connections that replenish your soul, that give you energy, that make you feel uplifted. If you are in a situation that unfortunately that is the dynamic, don't feel bad for walking away. People show up for people they care about. And if your friend does not show up for you, or they don't know how to be a good friend, you can communicate to them. You can tell them, okay, these are things that I noticed that I don't like. If you wish to stay in my life, these are the things that are non-negotiables for me. Away from each other, and that's that. Then they might agree. Second thing, they might not agree. Third of all, they might agree and do things the way they want anyway. But at least in that case, you've communicated, and their actions will still tell you what you need to do. So yeah, and don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Let them do as they please, but you decisions that benefit you as well. Remember that people always choose themselves. You owe it to yourself to choose yourself. Don't give your all to people who who wouldn't do the same for you. That would be my last tip, and that would be always keep evolving. Always stay evolving. Don't ever stop changing. There is beauty, there is art in transformation. There is beauty in growth. There is beauty in change. And you need to fall in love with every inch of the process, and you will glow so beautifully. I'm not telling you to be perfect, because perfection is unattainable. But what I'm telling you is that there's always space to be better, and you deserve to be better because you are destined to be great. And that is why I'm really encouraging you guys. Stay in education, build, just ace your exams, do the best. Anywhere you are, be the best you can possibly be. Anything you're doing now, be the best you can possibly be. If you're learning something, learn it to the best standard that you can possibly learn. Obviously, there's always much more to learn. Take courses, go join classes, build new skills, learn new hobbies. There are so many things to do. Down some notes that I made that I think are not key takeaways, but things that really stood out to me. And that would be that if anything is any form of mediocrity, you need to be unavailable to it. You need to move forward with confidence, never over explain yourself, and never settle, so always level up. A life that complements you, a life that makes you feel fulfilled, and remember that you deserve to live at ease, and make sure that you create the best version of yourself for yourself and live the best life for yourself. Top thing this year would be to romanticize everything that you do. Romanticize your life. Everything you do, be intentional with it, and don't let anyone anywhere to make you forget who you are. Okay, I think that's it for this video, and I hope you guys take care. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I'm sending you all my love. Thank you once again for watching my video. Stay. I feel like I'm not gonna say bye to you guys. I feel like bye guys, take care. You have a nice day and a wonderful week ahead.